guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you a very scary tale about a witch in a forest and a doll with button eyes. And you guys know how I feel about dolls with button eyes. This story is crazy and I cannot wait to tell you. But first, as you can see, I have a new backdrop behind me for Halloween. I love how some years we go scary and some years we go cute, and I feel like this is such a cute Halloween backdrop. Bats, purple. So that means I'll be announcing the winner of last month's backdrop. This person showed support on our podcast channel and their channel username is hobbyshine6486, so thank you so much. And if you'd like to win this new backdrop, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and then head over to my Instagram, give it a follow, and DM me the bat emoji. Another announcement is that we have just launched our Halloween mystery boxes, so I'm gonna link them down below. I'll quickly go through things. So we have some light up gravestones. These ones I cannot show you how they light up because they actually still have the sticker in them because we're giving these ones away, but I have a video of them lighting up and they're so cool as like home decor, something for your desk or your room. And they're all different. One has a ghost, one has a zombie hand, one has a haunted house, and on the inside there is glitter as well. Actually, you know what? Let's light one of them up. I can keep this one for myself because I love it. Can you guys see that? How cool is that? So colorful. Okay, this item in the box is so cool. I think it's my favorite. It says magic broomstick and there's literally a mini witch broomstick in here, and it says sweep away your worries and bad luck with this broom and welcome laughter and happiness into every room. So it's a broomstick that brings you good luck and happiness. I love it. I love it so much. Then we've got these light up Halloween squishies. They're just fun. One is a ghost and one is a pumpkin, and they're actually so soft and so squishy. I love them. We've got some Halloween nails, and these have like spider webs and skeleton hands all over them. Kind of hard to show you guys, but they're so cool. And because it's a mystery box, we also have different colored ones. And what I love about this box is that there are so many different large plushies that you can get in yours. So we have our 3 gorgeous dragon plushies. I love how sparkly they are and how colorful they are, and I love their eyes. Like, look at that eye, how cool. So you might get one of those, or you might get one of our jumbo plushies. This one's a spider, this one is obviously a pumpkin, and they are the squishiest things ever. They're basically pillows. And of course we have 3 golden tickets hiding somewhere inside those. One is for a virtual collab with me on this channel, one is for a personalized video from me, and another one is for a signed art piece and letter from me. So I'm gonna link the Halloween boxes down below in the description. I am also having a Halloween meet and greet on October 21st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Jessii Vee's Peculiar Place. So I'm gonna put a link down below to all that meet and greet information as well. But definitely come in costume. We're gonna have trick-or-treat stations. The store and warehouse is gonna be totally decked out for Halloween. It's gonna be so cool. So I really hope to see you there. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get right into today's video talking about this witch. She is also known as the Dollmaker. So you guys know how much I love the movie Coraline, about the other mother that so desperately wanted children that she created this amazing other world where she basically lured children in so she could give them button eyes so they could become her child forever. Well, I recently came across this old legend that really gave me the same vibes, but it's definitely different enough that I had to make a whole video on it. There's also just something really creepy and eerie about witches in the woods, especially when dolls are involved as well. This story is about an ancient witch that lived deep in the Appalachian forests. And the Appalachians are a mountain range in northeastern North America, and many people know that a lot of paranormal folklore is associated with them, from ghosts to evil creatures that lurk in the forests. And it is thought that the early settlers were incredibly superstitious. When night fell across the hills, the forests would come alive with spooky, unknown sounds, and whatever they heard or saw in those dark woods probably found their way into ghost stories that have been told for centuries. And the story I'm about to tell you is one of those. But before I tell you about this very creepy witch, I just want to go over a few rules that people make sure to follow whenever they go into these forests. Rule number 1, if you ever hear your name being called in the Appalachian forests, no, you didn't. Especially if you're traveling alone, and especially if it's at night, or if that voice wakes you up from a dead sleep saying your name, do not answer, do not acknowledge it, just keep hiking. Or if you were woken up from a deep sleep, do not go back to bed. Instead, you should build a fire and keep yourself awake at all costs. Rule 2, if you hear screaming in the Appalachian forest, especially a woman's voice, no, you didn't. Ignore it at all costs and do not try to find the source source. It could be the sound of foxes, but worst case scenario, it could be a creature you just do not want to meet. Rule number 3, you guys should know this one by now, do not whistle at night. If you whistle into the night, you're telling the whole forest, here I am, come and get me, and trust me, you don't want any of the things in the forest to know your location. Rule number 4, when you seal up your tent for the night to go to sleep, make sure you seal it tightly. Most things in the mountains will see a tent and think nothing of it, and the smarter things will leave it alone if they see no way in. But if there's any openings, you don't want to know what will happen next. And rule number 5, if you want to sleep under the stars, build a fire big enough to burn through the night until sunrise. It is not to keep you warm. Let me just say that. So now that you have a good idea of the kind of dangers that lurk in these forests, you can know that the witch is definitely one of those dangers. No one knows how long she's lived there. Some say she just always has been. She's an ancient spirit. She's lived by herself for so long that she became incredibly lonely, wishing she could have children of her own, but was never able to. So instead of just being at peace with that, she decided that she would go and seek them out, to hunt down the spirits of the lost children to take for herself. And how did she do this, you may ask? Some children that are hiking with their families in the forest veer off the path and get lost. They get distracted by the sound of distant singing or humming, and this is actually the witch's way of hypnotizing them and capturing their attention, making them walk directly towards her. But the most common way that she collects her souls was by building her old house right next to an area of the woods with a long staircase that stretched right up to the sky. And you might remember I made a video about those stairs in the woods a couple years ago. It is said to be a phenomenon that hikers come across in the woods, and you should never climb them if you do find them. Some say you enter another dimension at the top. Others say you perish and become a lost soul in the woods forever. And the witch knew this and collected those souls that climbed the stairs. Well, then she came up with this plan that really reminded me of the other mother. Using all of the spirits that she had collected, she made a doll with buttons for eyes and put all of their spirits into it. She essentially created herself a daughter just using scraps of material around her house, and that's why people called her the Dollmaker. And with her magic, she was able to make this doll sentient, so all these souls she collected became one soul. Then the witch gave her a name, which I actually wasn't able to find in my research. There's no record of it, but we do know this doll did have a name. And instead of the witch being a loving mother, she was strict and cruel. She didn't let her daughter read books or hear music or play games because she wanted to be the doll's only source of happiness, which is so crazy to me and so sad. The witch just longs to be the perfect mother, and in doing so, she just wanted to be the center of this doll's world. She thinks she can provide her with more happiness and entertainment than music or books could do. Well, as you can imagine, this doll began growing very resentful of her witch mother. She could sense all the innocent souls inside of her and knew what an awful thing her mother had done. So one night, while her mother was fast asleep, she climbed out of the window and ran away through the woods and into the darkness, and no one has seen her since. So for a long time, people have told hikers to look out for a little doll in the woods that had escaped the clutches of an evil witch, but no one has ever come across her. It is also said to keep your eye out for the witch that may want to put your soul into a new doll. It's a very, very sad legend, and it just makes me wonder what that doll is up to now. Like, I wonder where she is, what happened to her. It's gonna bother me. I worry about her. Anyways though guys, I had to tell you that legend because dolls and witches, like, I just love to talk about them even though they creep me out so much. But let me know what you think about this story and where you think the doll is now. Before I get going, don't forget if you would like a Halloween mystery box, I've linked it down below, and I've also put the information down below to the Halloween meet and greet on October 21st. I hope to see you there, bring a costume. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!